That is Diana Petrenko. She's a Ukrainian boxer who's 16 years old. And yes, that flag that she's holding up is a Ukrainian far right Nazi battalion. And yes, that's Nazi insignia right on the flag. As you see right here, logo of the Azov Regiment. Infantry, Ukrainian Special Task Patrol Police, and National Guard. Clear far-right Nazi insignia, and this is exactly what Putin has been talking about the whole time. Ukraine has a massive history of racism, anti-black, anti-Jew, anti-Muslim agendas, as well as anti-LGBT. Even though it is not illegal for gay people to be in a relationship, it was up until about a decade ago. It's still illegal for them to get married, adopt, etc. I've been saying this since the beginning of the war. This is not a country that we should be supporting. This is for sure not a country that we should be sending $50 billion to. It's actually over $50 billion of equipment, etc. This country has ties to far-right white supremacy, Nazi agendas, etc. They're fucking professional athletes are going on stage and holding up Ukrainian flags with Nazi insignias for the world to see. They don't care. They had a chance to join NATO in 2010 and they refused. They probably wasn't going to get in. One of the main reasons why NATO didn't want to allow the Ukraine in was because of the white supremacist issues, the anti-LGBT issues, anti-Muslim, anti-Jewish issues that exist within their country. As a matter of fact, in 2018, our own government pushed to stop funding to the Ukraine based upon these exact things of Nazi militaries and practices in the Ukrainian government, the military, etc. And Putin has stated himself one of his main reasons for attacking the Ukraine was denazification. Now, we all know that that may be one of the reasons, but it's also because he doesn't want NATO right next door to him, especially a country who he's had a history with and a country who he just took land from about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe. Wasn't that long ago that they took a whole part of the Ukraine. This was like 2010, 2011. So now our government has said they're Nazis and that they're over there and there's a white supremacist issue within their highest levels of government openly, not hiding. Like, we know we have white supremacy issues in America. There are racists within our government, etc. Shit, there's people in our government that were still around for Jim Crow laws, segregation, etc., and voted against it. Our fucking President Biden, voted against segregation. This is an issue that we have. Yes, some people have changed, but I promise you some of those motherfuckers haven't. I guarantee you that. And our country does have this issue. But for us to sit and pretend like Ukraine is a good country, a peaceful country, it's a country full of discrimination, racism, and anti-American ideology. There is no reason for us to be helping them. Now, we punish Russia and it brings up the gas prices, but we already punished Venezuela and Saudi Arabia. So we take off the three major oil distributors of the world, and then people are asking why gas prices are so high. I mean, Saudi Arabia, you could say there was a reason for that. There was a war going on, etc. They were funding terrorism. Yes, it's a good reason. Venezuela, the government was corrupt as shit. There's a reason. But why are we in the fucking Ukraine? Why are we helping Ukraine? Because they're white. And because we're scared of Russia. Well, we're not scared of Russia because people my age and below understand that Russia isn't the threat. People think they can't even take the fucking Ukraine. And we think they're a threat to us. They couldn't take fucking New York City. They might not be able to take Arkansas. With how bad their military, it's been a month and you can't take the Ukraine, that little shitty country. It's been a month, bro. 2 months. You can't, I could take the Ukraine with some of the homeboys and a couple ARs. You can't take the Ukraine and we're scared of Russia. These are old people within our government that don't belong in there. But back to my original point. These motherfuckers are putting up Nazi signs and insignia to the world. To the world. And our government is pretending like they don't know what's going on. You motherfuckers were just arguing this in the House a couple years ago about Nazi shit over there. Now you pretending like it don't exist? Things don't change. Don't matter if it's Trump. Don't matter if it's Biden. Shit don't matter if it's Barack Obama. White supremacy is an issue, not just in our country, but in Europe as well. And it's alive and well, and the supporters of it are alive and well. You could see it right there. They refused our COVID checks. They refused to help people with unemployment. They refused WIC. But somehow, they came up with $50 billion to send to the fucking Ukraine. A country with a Nazi military.